If you're willing to walk among us unvaccinated, you are an enemy.
Lucifer is a Latin word meaning light bearer. In Christianity, the name refers to a fallen angel, the devil Satan. Conspiracy theorists use a similarity to the word luciferus to suggest the vaccines are unsafe, and that is false.
In tonight's Fact or Fiction, we're looking into a COVID vaccine claim that has resurfaced. A tweet Monday from Emerald Robinson, the White House correspondent for Newsmax, said, "Dear Christians, the vaccines contain a bioluminescent marker called luciferase so that you can be tracked. Read the last book of the New Testament to see how this ends." Well, her claim is false. Luciferase is a real scientific term that describes a group of enzymes that cause the emission of light. But no COVID vaccine contains luciferase. It was only used in some of the COVID-related research. Robinson's tweet has since been removed, and Newsmax pulled her off the air.
A flurry of social media disinformation aims to conjure vaccine hesitancy among Christians in the U.S. A social media clip features Melissa Strickler, a former Pfizer employee who previously spread vaccine disinformation. Pfizer whistleblower Melissa Strickler reveals that the vaccine glows. She suggests that the glowing components are SM102, luciferase, and graphene oxide. That is false. The vaccine developed by Pfizer-BioNTech does not contain SM102 or graphene oxide. A full list of ingredients has been posted by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration and tested by outside parties.
Largely flown under the radar, a patent filed by the U.S. government for a new product containing luciferase. That's a bioluminescent material often used in COVID-19 research. There are now reportedly proposals to use this product to start tracking people's vaccination status with an injectable that would sit under the skin. Now, you've been digging into this issue. Can you tell us what you've learned so far?
Well, I think people get hung up on the freaky name of it because it, of course, it sounds like they're talking about Lucifer from the Bible being like the devil. And, naturally people are concerned about, among the religious community, they talk about the mark of the beast and things like that. And they're legitimately worried about that. And, of course, the media has a field day trying to debunk it and so on. The reality is this. Luciferase, regardless of how you interpret it, right, just on the surface, it's a bioluminescent material contained in like lightning bugs and so on. And one of the reasons they want to use it for these marks they want to give people, and the Department of Homeland Security has filed a patent for it, and there's ongoing research on it. There's a lot of reporting on this. They have filed a patent for it, and they want to give people marks. And the reason they want to use luciferase is because it's bioluminescent and shows up under UV light. And so they can scan you almost like a barcode. They can scan this mark they give you, and it can bring up, for example, almost just like a QR code, again, like scan with your smartphone. It can bring up data on your vaccination status or any other data they want to include on you. And to me, that is what was concerning. Not so much, I think it's creepy, the name of it, of course, especially as related to they want to mark you with it. But to me, the bigger thing, arguably the bigger thing, at least the one on the surface, is that they want to do this in the first place. That they want to give people tattoos, essentially, using this bioluminescent material so they can tell whether or not you're listening to the government. That concerns me very deeply. They've already developed it. The issue is whether they will ever actually roll it out, and that's where we're at right now.
Conservative Christian leaders are calling on Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to stop a bill proposed by members of his coalition to make it criminal to tell people about Jesus in Israel. Our Jerusalem correspondent Daniel Cohen is live near Tel Aviv with more. Good morning, Daniel.
Good morning, Allison. Good morning, everyone. A big story just before days before Palm Sunday, Good Friday, and Easter. Sacred time for Christians. Two ultra-Orthodox members of Prime Minister Netanyahu's coalition have introduced a bill that would punish believers for sharing the gospel of Jesus with prison time.
It seems criminal to me, actually. I really feel that if someone chooses not to be vaccinated, that they should choose to stay home, not go to work, not have a job.
I support mandatory vaccines, period. I think every company should do it.
It's about the other innocent people going by. So get over yourself. Oh, you're taking away my rights, and the government's telling me what to do. That's right. The government is telling you what to do. Shut up, be respectful of other people, and get a vaccine.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 If you're willing to walk among us unvaccinated, you are an enemy.